Growth champions exist at all levels of any organization and in many different forms. In the last 2 episodes of this 3-part series, we discussed the first 4 shifts growth champions make as they grow and evolve. Today, we're going to unpack the next 2 shifts. That is to become an innovator and a transformer. It's easy to spot growth champions because they have this burning desire to make a positive and meaningful difference. They are constantly making what we refer to as the shift as they evolve from where they are today to where they desire to be. There are 6 major shifts growth champions make. I talked about the first 4 shifts in the last 2 sessions. If you missed them, I encourage you to visit my YouTube channel and search for Making the Shift Part 1 and also Making the Shift Part 2. Right now, what I want to do is I want to unpack the growth champion shift that occurs as you evolve from being a new thinker to an innovator. And then again, the shift that evolves from being an innovator to a transformer. Let's first discuss making the shift from being a new thinker to an innovator. An innovator champions the growth of new methods, products, and services. Right? They are constantly asking questions like, what are we missing? Right? What would provide more value? What would create a unique differentiation? An innovator has the unique ability to successfully connect what appears to be seemingly unrelated questions and problems, and they connect them in such a way to incubate new ideas that establish the roadmap forward. That's one of their superpowers. Innovators create something new, something others didn't know they needed, but the moment they see it, they say like, I must have that, right? The challenge for all innovators is this: impatience, right? Innovators are direct and to the point. They think fast, they talk fast, and they act fast. An innovator eagerly wants others to embrace their new ideas faster, and it often frustrates them when others don't. This presents a growth opportunity for innovators. To be effective, innovators must master the art of asking good questions, learning what questions to ask and how to ask them in such a way that it'll engage others. Open-ended questions develop critical thinking skills. They challenge deeply held assumptions and limiting beliefs, and then they also force everyone involved out of traditional ways of thinking, which, by the way, is often part of the problem. The advice I give innovators is this: give yourself the freedom to experiment. Innovators are really good at experimenting with new ideas. Now it's time to bring it to another level. It's time to practice meeting others where they are, not where you are. See, you see the world, you see the whole picture of an idea because you've been marinating in your head for a while. Others have not. So you got to practice breaking complex topics down to smaller, more manageable steps that others can consume and rally behind. See, growth of any kind is a process of momentum and progress, not perfection. People learn by being involved and taking action. So you have an opportunity to emerge as a leader others turn to, who guides them forward as opposed to the one who expects them to simply get it. Going forward, an innovator must constantly consider sustainability of their solutions. Whether they're new methods, tools, products, or services, they must have the ability to solve the challenge that extends beyond today's problem. Sustainable solutions lead to the next shift that growth champions make, and that is that of a transformer. The transformer is accumulation of all the growth champion skills. A transformer focuses on streamlining operations, enhancing systems, and driving culture. They believe in playing authentically big, not sometimes, but all the time. Their primary objective is on how to inspire, activate, and implement change that transform the business in a meaningful way for the betterment of all. The challenge that all transformers face is gaining buy-in and support. Let's be honest, others are going to sometimes love your decisions, and other times they won't. What matters is doing what's right. Doing what's right builds credibility. Credible leaders walk their talk. Their actions speak louder than their words, and they deliver on what they promise, whether that's popular or not. There is a unique growth opportunity for transformers to ignite a profound movement within their business, a movement that streamlines how the business operates, the systems you leverage, and most importantly, the culture. My advice: remember that change is not the problem. resistance to change is. As a transformer, you have to learn to share the why behind your vision. Knowing why is essential. Others will be more likely to commit to something if they understand what the vision is and why it's important. Transformational change can be frightening for a lot of people. A leader's job is to help their team embrace change and envision the possibilities of what could be. Your vision, in fact, is the roadmap forward. Welcome everyone's voice because you can't walk this journey alone. Remind yourself that there are no limitations except the ones that you convince yourself are true. And believe that all things are possible, and you got to carry this energy with you at all times. It's contagious. Take responsibility to light the path forward for others because there's always a way forward. Making the shift that I've talked about is never easy until you're willing to accept your function as part of the shift. It doesn't matter where you are. It also doesn't matter what you've done or failed to do. Every day is a new opportunity. Today is an opportunity to start where you are and just make a renewed commitment to growth. Right? Trust that when you do that, you're going to be given the opportunity to volunteer and contribute. You will be tasked to seek out new ideas, perspectives, and solutions. You will be called upon to translate the strategies, tactics, and priorities forward. You will be asked to think in ways to become more productive, efficient, and scale. You will collaborate with others to innovate new methods, products, and services. And you, along with your team, will ignite a movement that transforms the operations, systems, and culture of your business. Growth champions are willing to embrace the challenging path, and they have the courage to do what is right to champion growth for themselves, their team, and the business. Growth champions live with a greater sense of purpose, and they hold themselves to a high standard of excellence. Growth champions exist at all levels within an organization. The question I have for you is this: are you one of them? Do you have a burning desire to champion growth for yourself, your team, or the business? If this passion stirs inside of you, I encourage you to make the shift and have an even greater impact than you are today. Why? Because you've been called to do so. I want to thank you for listening and acknowledge your desire to make the shift. As a way to express my appreciation, I want to buy you a copy of my book, Freedom to Experiment: How to Ignite a New Level of Energy, Focus, and Momentum in Yourself and Your Team. This book I wrote and I dedicated it to all the growth champions I work with. Follow the link in the description if you're interested, and I'll personally sign a copy for you. Okay, if you like what I shared today, do me a favor, give it a like, right? Share a comment related to your business, and of course subscribe, because each week I'm sharing content to help you and your team embrace change, focus your efforts, and accelerate results. Remember this, you're just one idea away. We'll talk to you soon.